Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. We're going to launch a ScanSat satellite that'll give us information on the biomes of the surface as well as some altimetry data. Kind of a basic satellite package we've been doing, some asparagus staging, a little beefier on the bottom just to give us a better, little longer boost in the bottom. The Gigantor satellites, the Communitron 88-88, I believe. Better probe core, bigger battery. The better probe core, though, does not have any reaction wheels, so we have reaction wheels of our own. Anywho, we are going to launch on a northern trajectory, a polar orbit. Let's get that up to about there. T. Let's go. We're going to launch on a polar orbit. You want to be going polar because you're going this way and the planet will rotate underneath you and you'll end up scanning the whole planet eventually. You'll overlap a while, but you'll shoot. We'll see when we bring it up on the map what that really looks like. Now we are going to launch north, so that's going to make things a little weird. If you were to launch to the east, you get the boost of Kerbin's rotation, but launch to the north, you're kind of fighting that. Alright, let's get the prograde vector moved a bit. That should be good. Now we'll lock onto that, just let our gravity turn, do its normal thing. How are we doing for speed, altitude? We're doing alright. It's about 2 kilometers ahead. 15 seconds of burn time on this stage, which is great. See how the ship's already kind of pitching that way, and the prograde vector's already going to the side of it? I'm not sure if that's the ship. It shouldn't be the ship. The ship should be pretty well balanced. I think this is the ship doing weird things and fighting the planet's rotation. Alright. We're still accelerating. Am I going at full throttle? Excellent. What are we at? 13, 19, so 6 kilometers. Good. Looks like it's a nice, solid trajectory. At this point, I'm not going to play with trying to fix the vector. We'll end up with a weird inclination, and that's just fine. Although right now it's showing this number swinging closer to 90. We'll end up with probably like an 85 or 80, and then once we get up there, we'll adjust that over the poles. Yeah, it'll slowly approach that. Whoop. Map view? Yeah, because it starts you off with that vector, so it'll slowly swing it around as you swing it around. Yeah. Alright, so we're almost through with this stage. Full throttle just to give us a boost, and we want this at full throttle as well because this thrust weight is not as high. Ooh, oh hey, so we just turned to our orbital vector, which now lines up north to south. Interesting. Oh, because surface is in relation to surface as the planet rotates. Yes, that actually makes a lot of sense. Alright, so we're good. This is a fairly flat trajectory, which is okay, though. We got a decent amount of fuel. Excuse me. We have another minute and 30 seconds of burn on this stage alone. So we should be just fine getting into a nice orbit. It's not that far ahead of us. It's only about 8 kilometers ahead of us as far as where apoapsis is, but time is slowly rising, and we are raising our periapsis. So it's a little flatter, but it's, I think, in a lot of ways, it's more efficient. Yeah, look at our inclination now, 87.855. That's not bad. We actually probably wouldn't need to change that much. You don't need to have it on a true 90-degree inclination. Somewhere around between 85 and 90 is going to be enough to get you into the right orbit for ScanSat to work. We are going fairly fast, and we're still inside the atmosphere. I just want to make sure we weren't getting any atmospheric effects or not. But this is going to be a nice look. Okay, so we are going to break orbit, but this is already a pretty low number. So this was a really nice, flat trajectory. I'm glad I trusted the prograde. I didn't freak out and go, no, pull back. Sometimes they do that, and then it just makes it merp, merp. You get up nice and high, but then this number doesn't go away as nicely either. So cool. This is fine if this rises, because we want to get it about a 250 kilometer orbit. Okay, so that's plenty there. We're going to wait till we get to our apoapsis to fix that. For both the altimeter and the multispectral sensor, which is the biome sensor, they want to be at about a 250 kilometer orbit or higher. So we can round this up to about a 275 circularized-ish orbit. For now, let's see. What do we got? Oh, yeah, see? So that... not bad. Not quite out of the atmosphere down here, but that's just fine. So nothing's going to happen to us in the meantime. Let's go ahead and warp to our apoapsis. Come on, speed it up just a smidge. Nope, that's as far as I can go. As fast as I can go. Alright. Oh, we saw a little fuel in this. Wow, we almost didn't need this stage. Nice to always have that fuel, though, just in case. We might need it to burn. We might burn through this quickly-ish. We might need this stage just to get through, to get up to our desired orbit. Right now, we just want to get into a clean orbit. There we are. And fairly circularized orbit. And we still have fuel in this stage. Alright, so that was a bit of overkill. Oopsie. So now we are in orbit. So, scan set. Start the multispectral scan. So that's scanning. So boop boop boop. All little bits and bobs pop out. All the telescopes and things. And that's scanning the surface of the planet. It doesn't actually have to be pointed at the surface right now. It looks like it is, but we'll rotate around. It'll be pointed away and it won't matter. So that's happening. Alright, we're doing okay. Once you start the scanners, they do suck electricity down. But we got the Gigantor solar panels on there and a 1,000 pack of power, so we should be just fine. Let's go ahead and start the other one as well, the radar scanner, or radar altimeter. It gives you altitudes and slopes of things on the planet. And still, electrical charge is staying nice and steady. That is beautiful. Alright, so we got the satellite up in orbit. It just started, but we'll look at this. Analyze data. The biome data is truly astounding. You just hope that it's crumb resistant, as you remember eating a particularly messy box of snacks the day that the sensor was installed. Oh my. So this is 0 so far, because it just started. We're going to reset the experiment. It will scan the entire planet, and that will incrementally bump up. So that shows our satellite, and what it scanned so far. Let's go to the big map. It takes a while to load. So right now I think it's showing app type. Let's get biome. Biome is usually a little more colorful map. Oh, it shows our flags. That's fun. Yes, so here you can see. Over here, no data, aside from latitude and longitude. Here, though, we get grasslands, highlands, grasslands again, water. So you can tweak the colors and it'll... I don't want that. Oh, there it is. Color. Anyway, there's a way to tweak the palette so that the water actually looks blue instead of green. I'm just not sure what it is. I can play with it, but no. Anywho, to see what else it does, or how as the satellite moves, you just hit refresh. It loads the new data, and you can see a little bit there. There it is. So now we could actually let's. You can fast forward a little bit, and it'll go. Is that all we can do? Oh no, there it is. Yeah, so you can see it progress. You can see its track. It's going to take a while for it to go, but it shows our apoapsis, our periapsis. Gives us lots of useful information. Kerbin is nice to. It's nice to have this for Kerbin, just to have it, and you earn science when you do this too. But it's actually, I believe, more helpful for Minmus and the Moon, because then you can learn the different biomes and land there. It's actually a little bit easier to get to Minmus and the Moon and go to their biomes than to go to Kerbin's. So there, we see what else it's scanned. Water, whatnot. And this is one type of map, which is a projection map. Otherwise, you can go to the Karvyaski 7? Ah, yes. Shows the globe-ish of it. Kind of fun to see as well. We're just going to play with this. I'm going to show you all the things that ScanSat does. Good. The one that I also like to use is the polar. Because this will show you whether or not you're actually going to get every little bit from the poles. Excuse me. Yeah, it looks like we will eventually. But this is why you want to be in a polar orbit, because every time your craft orbits in effectively a straight line, but the planet spins underneath you. So over time, you will hit all the different biomes. Where is? There it is. And I think, yes, the blue is where your next orbit's going to be. The brown is where your orbit just was, has been. Yeah, ScanSat. It's a great tool. It's a great asset. It's a great thing for extra science as well. Let's close this. And well, we're in time acceleration, so of course it's not going to say anything. But you do want to be... I had to play with it and do research and whatnot. But above 250, it's going to say altitude ideal. I think it's the same thing for the radar altimeter. Yes, ideal as well. There's two other scanners that are in ScanSat. They are... one is something else. It's slopes? It's something. And then the other one is the been there, done that, where you can analyze the anomalies. That's another fun thing to see on here. Whoop, big map. Go away. Rectangular. Again, I apologize. Yeah, see this here? Anomaly. Maybe that's just the only one that we've... Oh, it's the only one that we've scanned and found. There are a fair number of anomalies on each planet. They range from, various things. But they're neat to check out and look at and figure out what they are. Anywho, that's ScanSat. It'll take many orbits for him to fill it up. And I forget, can you see... Yeah! How cool is that? You can tell when it's scanning the planet too, because it has that little green thing on it. Anywho, that's ScanSat. Like I said, it comes in useful. It comes to be very useful later on when you're going to Moon and Minmus, because you can look at things a little more and plan out what's where, you know, where you want to go, where you want to land, and you can use you can use ScanSat on the big map, and if you right-click on something, you can bring up a smaller map of it that is more focused. So here's this anomaly. Okay, well, maybe I want to land there. Maybe I want to fly a plane there or something. You can mark it with an X. Once you mark it with that X, it's marked on the map. So now I know that's where there's an anomaly right there in the mountains. Huh, that's a new one to me. But that's a nice thing to use too, because you can use this, not so much on Kerbin, but on Moon and Minmus. You can say, I want to land here. You can set that, and that'll help guide you in for a landing on your location. It's not going to be exact, but it helps. It's close. And eventually, yeah, I think one of the next MechJeb unlocks in the tech tree is... Oh no, there it is. Landing guidance. Pick target on map. And I could tell my lander or whatever to land on that location, and it will. It's great. Ooh, no, go away. Hopefully that, yeah, that went away. Anywho, that's ScanSat. I'll show you the other one. So this is the biome map, which is nice. Otherwise, map type, altimetry. This gives us an idea of how high things are. I'm sure there's a scale to it. I don't know what it is, though. Oh, so it'll tell you, yeah, it will. It'll tell you down here. 500 meters, 1,000 meters. It only goes in increments of 500 meters. But still, it gives you an idea of, oh no, that's mountainous, don't want to go there. Or that's just water. Or negative, deep water. Yeah, the far more useful one, oh, see, look, another anomaly has popped up here. The far more useful one is the biomes, at least in my opinion. Because it's one thing to look at the planet, you know, up there, out there, and see it, but it's another thing to be able to look at a map and say, okay, water, shores, grasslands, little islands, deserts. What's over here? There's like Badlands. Oh, mountains again. Badlands. Yeah, I haven't been in the Badlands. I don't really think I've been in the Badlands yet. Anyway, over time, it will overlap and fill in all the gaps of all the information. And let's see. Oh, we're time warped. That's why. Analyze data. So we're 26 science, which is nice, which is something, obviously we're not full yet. Once you get to, I think, about 95%, it will be, once you scan 95% of the planet, it will give you 100% of the science, which is a few hundred, I think. Not nothing, wait, it's not nothing. It's not a whole lot, but it's not nothing. It's helpful. Yeah. So I'm going to go through on my gaming here, just because I can. I'm going to launch ScanSats to both Minmus and the Moon, and get going. I think, what do we have? We have, go away. Oh, we have a long time. I put in some alarm clocks for transfer windows to Moho, Jewel, and Duna, because they were coming up relatively soon-ish. Duna is the one I want to send a manned mission to. I did accept a mission for a base. I also got some new assets, new mods, pieces, assets. The Kerbal attachment system I haven't played with yet, but with that you can actually, I think I might be able to land multiple rovers, park them next to each other, and hook them up with transfer tubes, almost like when you do a fuel transfer type thing. We'll see. It's going to be a challenge and a new thing to figure out with that. Is power still doing all right? Yeah. So that's ScanSat. Like I said, I'm gonna do the other ones, and oh, I also have a few rescue missions to fulfill still. They're just hanging out in orbit, so I might launch a three-person command capsule up here just to pick you up, pop up, and pick you up too, and then bring them back because I can. Anywho, that's it for this one. Got ScanSat going, and he'll be a big help. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like, hit subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, pass the word, and yeah, I'll catch you later.